Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, many of you might remember Michael Slager. He is the one responsible for killing Walter Scott as he was running away. And if you remember, he tried to toss down his taser just to come up with a reason for shooting him. He took my taser. The whole thing was just terrible at the time. I remember doing a video on this too. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an update. Slager tried to, have his sentence tossed out, and the judge declined him. This man does not deserve to be out of jail at all for what he did to Walter Scott. So this is CNN, ladies and gentlemen. A judge declined to toss the federal sentence of ex-officer Michael Slager in fatal Walter Scott shooting. So he's trying to blame everybody for the fact that he's in jail. He said he didn't have a good legal team. He blames the judge. He blames the jury. He blames Walter Scott for his own death. Does that sound like a remorseful person? If you're going to petition the damn court, you could at least show some damn remorse. He don't even have enough sense to do that. A federal judge Monday declined to toss out this prison sentence of a former South Carolina police officer who fatally shot an unarmed Black man back in 2015. The judge denied a motion in which former North Charleston police officer Michael Slager asked that his 20-year prison sentence for violating Walter Scott's civil rights be set aside. Scott's death sparked renewed Black Lives Matter protests as he became the latest in a series of unarmed Black men killed by police. This week's ruling in the case comes as the nation awaits a verdict. And that we're already past George Floyd. That's all they're talking about. We're not waiting for that anymore. Slager, 39, who was sentenced in 2017, argued in part that his attorneys were ineffective. So, no, you shooting a Black man 5 times in the back. No, that has nothing to do with you being in jail. You just had poor attorneys, right? In his ruling, U.S. District Judge Richard Gargell wrote in negotiating a plea deal, Slager's legal team fell well within the bounds of reasonable professional competence and practice. Slager's 2016 state murder trial ended in a mistrial, but Slager in May of 2017 pled guilty to the violation of Scott's civil rights by acting under the color of law. So in exchange in 2017 plea, state murder charges as well as 2 other federal charges were dismissed. The civil rights offense has a maximum penalty of life in prison, though the plea agreement stated that the government would ask the court to apply sentencing guidelines for second-degree murder, which carries up to 25 years in prison. Slager's defense at the time argued for a lesser sentence, saying that Slager's actions were more akin to voluntary manslaughter. A probation officer had recommended Slager be sentenced to 10 to 13 years in prison. Gargel wrote it was Slager, not his legal team, that sealed his fate. What sealed the petitioner's fate regarding malice was not the language of his plea agreement or the performance of his defense counsel, but his own willful act of shooting an unarmed man in the back 5 times as he ran for his life, Gargel wrote. Compounding these horrible facts was the petitioner's inconsistent and obviously false statement about the circumstances of the incident, with which he destroyed his credibility. That's right, he did lie all over the police report. Gargel wrote that Slager, during a sentencing hearing, attempted to blame the victim, and now he was trying to blame his defense counsel and the trial judge. Oh, it's everybody's fault except for his, right? Everybody's to blame. Typical behavior of not taking accountability for whatever they do. We're just seeing this on the world stage now. But a careful review of the entire tragic episode makes plain that the petitioner has no one to blame for his present predicament and sentence but himself. Gargel wrote, petitioner is the architect of his own demise. The court finds the petitioner's defense counsel ably and zealously represented him, and that the petitioner's claim that he was provided with ineffective assistance of counsel is woefully without merit. Slager, then, a North Charleston police officer, shot Walter Scott, 50, in the back in 2015 as the armed man was running away from Slager after a traffic stop for a broken tail light. Nobody should end up dead over a broken tail light. Okay, I mean, you can't justify that to save your mama's life. Slager had tried to use his taser twice as Scott tried to get away. The first attempt did not stop Scott. The second deployment dropped Scott to the ground. But Scott got up and took off running again. Slager initially said he feared for his life because Scott had grabbed his taser before running away. But the plea agreement contained no such claim. As a foot chase ensued, a bystander's cell phone video captured Slager firing 8 times, striking Scott 5 times in the back. What a cowardly thing to do, shooting somebody in the back. You weren't in fear of nothing. And I'm glad the judge did not fall for what he was trying to do. Y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.